Rep. Tonight we ask the questions, we tackle the issues, we clarify matters, and we get on point. All 24 senators have finally disclosed their statements of assets, liabilities, and net worth, or SALNs. But it's a different story at the House of Representatives, where only a handful of lawmakers have released their copies to the media. What's taking the others so long? Let's get on point with Navotas City Representative Toby Tiangco. Congressman Toby, welcome to the show.
Hi,
Thank you so much for your time. You're one of, I believe, 15 so far who have released their statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth. What made you release yours?
Hindi, nagkataon lang yesterday morning, I had an interview with the House media about the bill I filed, and then they asked me if I was willing to release my SALN. Sabi ko, wala naman problema. So, pinadala ko. Yun lang yun.
Have you done this in the past?
Yes, I think dati nung tinanong ako, release ko. And my understanding is that since ninotaryo namin, it's a public document. At hindi kami makakaupo doon sa Congress, hindi kami maka-assume ng office kung hindi namin isubmit yung SALN bago ka mag-assume. So kaya tignan nyo yung date sa akin is June 29 kasi June 30 kami nag-a-assume, di ba? So ang understanding ko, pwede siyang i-release at any time. So ano naman itatago namin dun?
Bakit sa palagay nyo, 15 lang out of what? How many are you? 318 congressmen
318, yeah.
have released their SALN so far. And then the senators, 24 of them already released their SALN.
Hindi ko alam. I cannot speak for them.
Yeah. But Congress, do you think it's just a slow burn or one by one maglalabasan na rin? O ayaw kaya siguro ng ibang congressman talaga ilabas?
Ang trabaho yun ng SecGen kasi nasa kanya yung records, di ba?
True.
Pwede naman niya i-release yun eh.
Right. But pwede mo rin i-release on your own as what you did.
Yes. Baka naman hindi nyo sila hiningan. Baka naman ako lang hiningan nila, di ba?
Kaya hindi sila
kaya hindi sila nag-release. Pero sa akin, nung morning yung interview ko, 10 a.m. yata, so release ko na.
Siguro, Kong Toby, what I'd like to find out is, what do you think of this openness now in releasing SALNs, not just by yourself, but let's say also the 24 senators who've released their SALNs, as compared to the past, where, you know, the ombudsman, the former ombudsman, Samuel Martires, laid down restrictions on the release of SALNs for President, Vice President, and others. Kasi kayo nga sa SecGen, sa Senate, nasa ano din nila, sa yung kanilang SecGen din doon, di ba? What do you think, what is this, siguro this feeling now of the candidates, the senators and the congressmen having to release their SALNs? Is it because of the flood control scandal? Is it really just openness and, you know, obliging to Republic Act 6713, which obligates all of you to file your SALNs?
Di ba, once we file it, it's a public document. So anyone is supposed to be able to see it, di ba? So, dati lang nga, nagkaroon yata ng order si Ombudsman Martires na may proseso yata para...
Not a process. Yeah, well, yes, a process.
Hindi ko alam eh, hindi ko
the
sigurado
party, the person, let's say kasi President, Vice President ang hawak po ng Office of the Ombudsman, governors, Vice Governors, pababa, and members of constitutional commissions. You need the consent
of the person.
Of the person. Yun po ang naging utos ni Ombudsman Martires.
I think it shouldn't be that way, di ba? Kasi public official kami, kasama yan doon sa pag-disclose namin ng aming net worth. So kasama talaga yan. Dapat talaga ibigay yan.
And you came out with about 213.9
yes.
million net worth. Sa mga magtatanong sa inyo, would you be willing to answer? Why are you this rich?
Hindi, nakadetalye yung sa akin, di ba?
Okay.
Yung
109 million real properties, 111 million personal properties. Just wanted to ask you, what are real properties and what are personal properties, sir?
Personal properties, siguro yung jewelry, mga ganyan. Okay. Yung real property, yung lupa, bahay. Pati nga yung minana ko sa tatay ko, nandiyan, di ba?
Nandito.
Ayun, 1/8 of something.
Yeah.
Pati yung minana ko sa lolo ko, kasi nung inayos yung EJS ng lolo ko, my father passed away na. So, na-direkta sa amin. So pati yun, kasama dyan sa SALN.
So again,
So pati
you
yung
are
mga
one...
minana ko nahandyan.
Pati lahat ng, watch mo, ganon, paintings.
Hindi, yun yung personal. Hindi,
nasa
watch ko,
siya.
ano naman to, $200 lang to, di ba?
Huwag mo naman ilang. Okay, all right.
Ibig
So,
sabihin, I mean, relatively, di ba?
yeah.
Uh,
Okay, let's talk about...
I mean, there's something with me that I find joy in being able to wear things that are not expensive but look elegant. So, yan yung challenge sa akin.
Hindi ka flashy. Hindi ka kailangan bumili ng mahal.
Hindi,
Yun ang sinasabi.
natutuwa ako pag nakakabili ako na mukhang mahal na hindi naman mahal. So, yun ang
You find joy in that,
yung
no?
thrill sa akin.
Alright, sabi mo nga, hiningi yung inyong SALN when you spoke to the media.
Yes, may interview ako at 10 a.m.
yesterday.
Yes, so.
Because you filed, this is 5699, House Bill 5699, basically strengthening the ICI.
That was the interview yesterday.
Okay.
So yun, pagkatapos ng interview, siguro mainit yung issue doon sa SALN. So hiningi yung SALN.
Let me transition to that House bill, sir. The measure seeks to create an independent commission, audit, infrastructure, corruption. ICAIC? Okay.
Kasi dapat may word na, parang kasi dito ICI, di ba? Gusto ko lagyan ng word na corruption. Eh, sabi ni ChatGPT, yan daw ang
Tama.
yan daw ang magandang salita. Hinanap ko lang sa ChatGPT yung title.
Quick question on that, because I know that Senate President Tito Soto also filed a bill strengthening the ICI.
Yes.
Ang tawag naman po sa kanila is Independent People's Commission.
Yes.
Again, filed by Senate President Soto. Let's talk about your version, sir. What is the power? Anong sakop nitong ICAIC?
Okay, first, Pinky, siguro tatanungin ng iba, ba't ngayon lang ako nag-file, no? Ngayon lang ako nag-file because pinanood ko muna, di ba? I mean, binigyan ko muna ng tsansa yung ICI na makita ko kung ano yung kakulangan sa powers nila, di ba? So, number 2, 2 beses ako na-imbita doon as resource person. So, kung ano yung mga nakita kong kakulangan sa powers nila, yun ang pinasok ko sa bill, no? Number 1, yung power of contempt. Direct and indirect contempt. Napakahalaga nito because, tignan natin, si Saldico twice nang inimbita. Binaliwala lang niya. He didn't even say bakit di siya nag-attend.
Walang sagot.
Walang sagot, pero wala naman magawa yung ICI. Hindi nila ma-cite in contempt, no? Number 2, hold departure order. Kasi ngayon parang watch list lang. So gusto natin, habang sila iniimbestigahan, naka-hold departure order sila. May power sila to file for sequestration and hawakan yung properties. Bakit ko nakitang mahalaga to? Kasi nakita natin ulit kay Saldico yung mga eroplano nilabas na ng bansa, di ba? So, yan yung mga ilan sa mga powers na binigay natin, no? And syempre, binigyan natin sila ng immunity from suit. Nakita ko naman yan nung napanood ko doon sa kanilang Senate hearing. Yun naman yung ni-request nila, di ba? Para hindi naman sila babalikan. At dinagdagan pala natin ng 2 pang members, isang galing sa academe at isang galing sa reputable NGO.
Let's talk about that. Sino yung 5 members nito that you suggest? Academe?
No, first is yung chairman, retired Justice of the Supreme Court, licensed engineer, CPA. Meron na yan ngayon, no? Ang hindi ko lang nasulat dito, which I forgot, is maganda sana kung holdover capacity na yung 3. Di ba kasi nahandyan na silang 3. Sinimulan na nila to. So
you want them to be part of this? If the bill
I
is
want
passed
them to
into
be
law?
in a holdover capacity. So automatic na silang 3. Tapos dadagdagan lang na 2. Hindi ko lang nasulat sa bill eh. Pero pagdating ng committee hearing, sasabihin ko yun.
Who is the 5th? Sabi mo, member of the academe and then?
NGO, reputable
NGO. Okay. So meron na tayong retired justice, CPA, and engineer.
Engineer, yeah.
And then...
Silang 3 na yun, ha?
Yeah.
My proposal is to leave them.
Judge Reyes, okay.
Leave them na.
Silang 3, hold over.
Hold over, tapos dadagdag na lang ng 2.
Add 2 more.
Yeah.
Okay. Sabi mo nga, they have the power to issue contempt, direct or indirect, issue hold departure orders, etc. What kind of support are you getting from the members of the House of Representatives regarding this
Hindi,
bill?
kaka-file ko lang yan, I think, Tuesday. So, naka-break kami. So, we'll find out on on November 10, pagbalik namin.
But do you feel that you will get a lot of support? And do you know if there are other similar bills
Meron.
filed?
Sina Congresswoman Laila de Lima, they filed early on.
I see.
Meron din silang final.
And you're okay for the possibility or eventuality that
It's consolidated.
you consolidate these
No,
bills?
that's based on our rules. That's how it really works in Congress. They consolidate all the similar bills.
Congressman, how long and how soon and how important is it to be able to pass a bill like this?
Kailangan, I mean, based on how I feel, kailangan na yan kaagad. Kasi naiinip na yung tao, di ba? Gagalit na nga eh. Galit eh. Hindi naman humuhupa yung galit, hindi naman nababawasan, padagdag lang ng padagdag eh. Di ba? Even nung naglabas na yung ICI ng mga fa-file nila, di ba? Parang sabi nila, kulang, ganito. So, makikita naman natin yung reactions ng tao, no? So, talagang kailangan bigyan natin ng mas malakas na ngipin yung ICI para mas mabilis na rin nilang magawa yung trabaho nila.
Pero clearly, this is just going to look into infra projects.
Yes.
All right.
All infra, not only flood control.
Of course, all infra projects. Vertical and horizontal.
Yes, all.
Yan po yan. All right. Yung sinabi niyo po kanina na nagrekomenda ng filing of charges si ICI to the Office of the Ombudsman. Let's name them. The recommendation is to file against Senator Joel Villanueva,
Yes.
Senator Jinggoy Estrada, Yusek Bernardo, Congresswoman Kahayon Uy,
Former Congresswoman.
former Congresswoman Uy, and Koa Slipana, no?
Yeah, and Saldico.
And Zaldico.
Hanim yata.
So, ang sinasabi niyo po, galit na nga yung tao, tapos nagkaroon po ng recommendation from the ICI. And do you feel that naging kulang ho ba yung kanilang first batch of recommendation to the Office of the Ombudsman?
Hindi, yung kulang yung first batch, because I was there twice, di ba? Doon sa pag-question nila, makikita mo talaga kung gano'ng kaingat, gano'ng kadetalyado yung mga tanong nila para ma-file nila yung malakas na kaso. Kasi I was there twice eh. Talaga yung mga tanong nila talagang mabusisi at detalyado. Hindi basta tanong, paano nang kaganito. So, detalyado talaga. So, ako, medyo naiintindihan ko because napunta ako doon. Eh, yung mga tao, hindi naman sila napunta doon, di ba? So, siyempre, sa kanila, sa tingin ko, medyo
Nababagalan.
Tsaka hindi pa sila nakakanood ng live streaming, magsisimula pa lang.
Yeah.
So, naiintindihan ko kung bakit ganun ang perception nila.
The public perception is that way. But tell us more about what you were saying because you were there twice. Sabi mo nga napaka-detalyado. Were you happy with the way at least you were being asked or questioned? Dahil sabi mo nga, one part will say, wala pang kinakasuhan. Meron bang, yung iba nga tinatanong, may makukulong ba by Christmas? And then there's that other part also that says, there's so much that needs to be considered. Hindi naman dali-dali lang mag-file ng kaso. What are your thoughts having been invited twice by the ICI?
Hindi. Alam ko, naiintindihan ko yung taong bayan. Gusto nila talaga may makulong before Christmas, no? At ako naman, yung experience ko doon, talagang detalyado sila magtanong. Imagine, nanggaling na ako once there, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, kung hindi sila detalyado, hindi na ako papabalikin. So, I think, in between my first and second appearance, meron silang mga testimonies na nakuha na gusto nilang mas makuha yung detalye. Kaya, pumunta ako doon.
What did you tell them that you have not told us?
Hindi, wag. I don't think I'm at liberty. I don't know their rules, no? And I want to help them. So, yun, basta nagtanong sila.
So, meron ka pa pong sinabi na hindi niya pa po nasasabi sa amin?
Yes, and meron akong mga pinaliwanag na mas detalyado kaysa sa pagpaliwanag ko dito. Kasi dito, limitado yung oras eh. Doon talagang yung mga tanong nila is... Tsaka makikita mo, di ba, pag tinanong ka, makikita mo kung napag-aralan nila ng mabuti yung kaso eh. Makikita mo kung yung tanong nila talagang matutumbok nila yung mga kalokohan. No? At nakita ko yun.
And you saw that?
Yes.
They are on the right track, sir.
Yes.
We're going to take a very short break. We'll continue our discussion with Navotas City Representative Toby Tiangco when we return. Stay tuned. This is On Point. Welcome back. Still with with us, Navotas City Representative Toby Tiangco. I want to go back to my previous question, na ang sinabi po ng ICI, ang kanilang recommendation to file charges against the following individuals before the Office of the Ombudsman. Were you satisfied with that?
Okay,
Or sa palagay niyo ho ba kulang?
Yung iba kasi, ang may personal knowledge lang ako is yung kay Saldi ko, di ba? Yung iba, wala talaga akong personal knowledge. So, hindi ako comment doon, no? Yung kay Saldi ko, sa tingin ko talagang dapat, marami siyang sasagutin, no? Pero ako, meron akong parang time limit, di ba? Na sa tingin ko, yung gobyerno dapat mapauwi nila si Saldi ko before the end of the year. Yun ang tingin ko. Pag hindi nila mapauwi, sa tingin ko, magagalit yung tao at mabubuo na talaga yung isip ng tao ngayon. Because...
mabubuo ang isip ng tao na?
Pag nakausap natin yung tao, ano ba sinasabi nila? Ayaw pauwiin si Saldi ko dahil magtututuro yan. So, pag hindi nila napauwi si Saldi ko by December, talagang maniniwala na yung tao dun sa bagay na yun. Diba? That's why I've been pushing DFA. Diba?
Hold on, sir. And what about you? Would you believe that as well kung hindi pa po mapauwi si Saldi ko by the end of the year?
Hindi, yun. Pati ako personally, pag hindi pa mapauwi si Saldi ko by December, mag-iisip na rin ako na baka merong mas mataas kay Saldi ko na gumagalaw para hindi siya pauwiin.
Who happens to be who?
Hindi, kasi ang pwede lang niya ituro si Speaker Martin eh. Di ba?
Alright, so...
Hindi natin maintindihan. At hindi ko talaga maintindihan, di ba makikita mo naman pag pursigido ang gobyerno eh. Di ba? Makikita mo pag pursigido eh. Let's compare, no? There were previous cases before na makikita mo kahit wala pang kaso, wala pang warrant, pursigido yung gobyerno na pauwiin kung sino man yun. Di ba? Pero dito, meron ba sa gobyernong pursigidong...
So you feel they're passive?
Yes.
They're passive?
Yes.
The Marcos administration is passive?
No, especially the DFA. Di ba? Yung DFA kasi, ulit-ulit kong sinasabi, alam mo, simple lang yan. Kung may paraan, kung gusto, may paraan. Kung ayaw, may dahilan. Bakit dahilan ang sinasabi nila? Hindi nila sinasabi sa tao o hindi nila sinasabi sa atin yung paraan. Di ba? Baligtad eh, di ba? Ang binibigay nila yung dahilan, bakit hindi pwedeng kanselahin. Okay. Diba, no, human nature, pag ang binigay mo yung dahilan bakit hindi pwede, hindi ibig sabihin ayaw mo. Pag gusto mo, hahanapan ng paraan yan. Ipabayaan mo na yung abogado niya mag-question. Di ba?
So, I wanted to bring that in because from my understanding, ang sinasabi nga ng DFA is that the agency, kasi you wanted basically the DFA to cancel the passport of Saldi ko, right? Because we can only assume where he is. There is talk, either he's in Spain, Portugal, etc. That's still all unverified. The DFA is saying that you can cancel or revoke a passport if it was acquired fraudulently.
Yes.
If it was tampered with or issued erroneously.
Yes.
Or ordered by the court.
Hindi, meron dyan. Section 4, RA 11983. Nakasulat dyan, public safety, public health, and national security.
Nandun.
Di ba, sino magde-determine national security? Pwede ba silang pumunta sa korte para i-determine yung national security? It's not for the court to determine national security, di ba?
What are your thoughts, though, if you're saying that the DFA is passive about this? Parang, are you saying also, is it right to conclude that you're saying that the Marcos administration also is passive, does not want...
No, I don't think so. I think it's the job of the DFA na gawin yan. Hindi naman kasi sinasabi pa ng DFA na ayaw nila. Parang dinidelay lang. Kung baga sa ano yung tinatawag natin, dinidribble, di ba? Okay, baliktarin natin yung sitwasyon, Pinky. Kunyari, may mag-file ng kaso. Nagkaroon ng court order. By the time na ma-serve yung court order, sabihin ni Saldi ko meron na siyang passport sa isang bansa na walang extradition. Ano gagawin natin lahat? What will we all do? Tsaka tayo magsisisihan? Kasi hindi mo kailangan... anong gagawin natin and how will you appease people? Ang isipin ng tao, kaya nyo hindi kinancel, binigyan nyo siya ng pagkakataon na makakuha ng pasaporte sa ibang bansa.
Is that a possibility in Portugal?
Yes, it's a possibility, di ba? There are countries na walang extradition eh. Ngayon, bakit ko ito sinasabi as early as now, no? Kasi ayoko umabot doon sa punto na wala na tayong magawa, tapos tatanggapin na lang yung galit ng tao.
But Congressman, don't you think there is a chance that he's doing that already?
There is nga eh, di ba? Kaya nga sinasabi natin, di ba? Okay, ano nagpapaisip sa atin nun? Di ba, number one, nung una siyang pinapauwi ni Speaker Bogie D, sabi niya, anong una sabi niya? Sabi niya, sasagutin niya lahat ng accusations. Nung pinauwi na siya at sinorten yung kanyang travel clearance,
Nag-resign siya.
instead na humarap, nag-resign siya. On the day na matatapos yung last day ng notice para hindi siya humarap sa Ethics Committee. So,
Right.
ayaw niyang humarap. 2 beses sa ICI, ayaw niyang humarap. Tapos, nilabas niya yung air assets niya. Kung yung bahay niya, pwede lang niya dalhin, didinala niya yun, di ba? So, yung mga assets, pag-aari niya, na pwede niyang ilabas ng bansa, inilabas na niya. Yung ganyan bang klaseng tao, may balak bumalik dito at managot, bakit mo ilalabas ang iyong air assets kung may balak ka pa naman umuwi dito? So, doon pa lang makikita mo na yung pattern
At
eh.
nalabas ang air assets, even if hindi maaaring maibenta, kasi di ba, sinabi ni Sec. Vince Dizon that they tried to, there was
Hindi, kasi kailangan na ano yun eh. Dalawa kailangan doon eh. Certificate of deregistration, tsaka export certificate of airworthiness. So hanggat hindi binibigay ng
cannot
kaap
sell
yun,
those.
hindi niya mabebenta yun.
Pero magagamit niya.
Magagamit niya eh. Hindi ko lang alam kung sa helicopter pwede ba magpeke ng papeles, di ba? Hindi ko alam. Mukhang mas mahirap yata yung sa helicopter kaysa sa kotse.
Kong Toby, do you think that, well, number one, do you think he even plans to come back?
Hindi.
Okay, sigurado,
Hindi.
sigurado na kayo doon.
Hindi doon sa pattern eh, di ba?
Yeah.
Di ba normally dapat kung pinadalan siya ng summon ng ICI at hindi siya pwedeng bumalik, di ba dapat susulat ka?
If he is in a country that we do not have an extradition treaty with, does that mean that he will never return even if there's a court order because we do not have an extradition treaty with that particular
I
country?
would think it would be that way. Di ba? Di ba? Tsaka, hindi ba nakakapagtaka? Ikaw yung inaakusahan, wala ka man planong depensahan yung sarili mo? Hindi ka man naglalabas ng video statement o kahit ano?
In the beginning, of course, there were statements basically saying that he would come back and that he will answer all allegations hurled against him.
Yes.
But of course, that never happened.
Yep.
What do you think should be done next? Because there's also talk with regards to, let's say, Sergeant Gutesa, questions on, there are people who believe the testimony of Sergeant Gutesa. There are people who say, pwede siyang tanim witness. No? But there's another part here, another side that could be looked into. These two individuals that have been mentioned often in the hearings,
si
Mark and Paul.
Paul and Mark, no? And yung Paul and Mark,
ito
sigurado,
po yung for context, supposed to be tao ni Congressman Zaldi.
hindi supposed to be, ako na nagsasabi sa inyo, yung si Paul tsaka si Mark, tao ni Congressman Saldi ko yan. Kasi yung dalawang yan, may mga times na kung may kailangan sa akin, may mga text message sa akin yan eh. So alam kong tao yan. Though I think I've never met them personally. I don't think I've met them personally.
So some are saying this could also be a missing link or something that maybe the Senate can pursue to look for these two individuals.
Yes, napakahalaga niyan because hindi lang si Gutesa nag-mention yan eh. Pati si Engineer Alcantara,
Yeah.
remember sinabi niya, doon niya binibigay sa dalawang taong yun eh. Kay Paul tsaka kay Mark. At sigurado ko yung Paul at Mark, parehong tao ni Saldi ko yan.
Do you think they're still here?
I wouldn't know eh. I wouldn't know.
But also moving forward, now that the Senate may resume its investigation, not may, rather will resume the investigation sometime mid-November. I think it's November 15. How do you think they should proceed? Especially kung bumalik po si Senator Ping Lacson.
I wouldn't want to comment, Pinky, because of parliamentary courtesy. Diba?
But would you like to comment about him being the chairman of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee?
Yeah, I was there when remember, the second time I went there, he was the chairman of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. And he handled it well naman eh.
So that could be good news.
And tsaka yan talaga yung advocacy niya, di ba? He's very passionate about this, di ba? Siya yung, wala siyang...
Hindi siya tumatanggap
ng... Ibig sabihin, wala siyang infrastructure project kasi hindi siya tumatanggap ng pork barrel ever since he's a senator. No? So advocacy niya talaga.
Matagal na niyang pinagmamalaki yan.
So I think he's very passionate about this.
All right, just very quickly, Congressman, want to talk about this, yung bentahan ng proyekto that you actually told our reporter, si Joash Malimban. Pakikwento po ulit sa amin. Marami na kasing schemes and then just that one, and then another is that did you ever get a copy? You were also asking for a copy of the budget and the proponents. Kung baga yung budget, sino yung mga proponent, etc.
Hindi nga Yun yung, I mean, nung bumoto ako ng yes, it was based on a condition. No? And one of the conditions was that ilabas nila yung budget per congressional district, no? And at sino yung proponent dun sa congressional. So, basically, total per congressional district. Lahat ng distrito, para walang taguan, di ba? Pangalawa, yung mga party list congressmen, ilabas rin nila kung magkano allocation per party list at saan nila dinala yung proyekto. Kasi, doon sa distrito ko, sa Navotas, may dalawang sagasa doon. Yung sinasabi kong sagasa is yung hindi ko alam, hindi ko ni-request. Tinanong ko yung barangay, kasi nakasulat doon, barangay center So parehong barangay center sa Tansa 2 tsaka sa San Rafael Village. Tinawagan ko yung dalawang barangay captains, hindi nila alam. Tinanong ko yung district engineer, hindi niya ni-request. Tinanong ko yung city engineer, hindi nila request. Tinawagan ko pa yung city health officer kasi baka iniisip ko na health center o completion, hindi din niya alam. So, though maliit yung halaga, 3 million, meron sa akin. So, dapat sabihin nila, sino yung naglagay doon sa distrito ko at paano nagkaroon doon? Wala yun sa NEP, Wala yun sa NEP.
How will you ever find out?
Hindi, they have to, alam nila yun sa Committee on Appropriations. Imposible hindi nila alam yun. Because if there's a total, meron yan per district. If there's per district, meron yan per proponent. So, nasa kanila yung record. So, sabi nila, transparent sila doon sa proseso, di ba? Hindi naman po pwedeng transparent ka doon sa proseso. Tapos doon sa end result, ayaw mo na ipakita yung summary, di ba? So, dapat, kung naging transparent sila doon sa proseso, dapat transparent sila hanggang doon sa end result. Kung hindi, hindi totoong transparency.
Sorry, sir, last question. We've run out of time. Do you think you'll ever get that yung hinihingi niyo po na budget and proponent per congressional district and party list groups?
Ay, hindi. Pag hindi nila linabas yan, ibig sabihin, hindi totoo yung transparency.
Navotas City Congressman Toby Tiangco, sir, pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
That's On Point. Join us again Monday, 7:30 p.m. here on VNC, the Billionario News Channel. I'm Pinky Webb. Thank you for watching.